this is just, it's a dumb thing that Jameson Williams did and the other players did, and now he's going to lose the next 6 games. And how does this affect the Lions with the draft? I got to bring up Jalen Carter. I'm sorry. Like, as far as if we can't trust you, can we draft you?
Well, you would think, if nothing else.
And does this bring DeAndre Hopkins to the equation? Does this bring Quentin Johnston at 18 to the equation?
You have to start thinking about everything now with adding to the offense. Now, it's 6 games. It's not a full year. But 6 games is significant. Particularly for a player you were counting on to play a significant role on this team for those 6 games. So I think what it definitely does is it definitely opens up. The Lions are going to draft a wide receiver. Where they draft one, I don't know. Let Brad Holmes cook. Let him work the magic. Maybe it's the pick at 18. Maybe it's a trade. Maybe it's, hey, I'm using my 3rd round pick on a wide receiver. We like Jaden Reed from Michigan State. Whatever it is, right? But I think because of the selection of Amon-Ra St. Brown, I think Brad Holmes has been given a cachet to go ahead and do what you will with a wide receiver. We trust you. But you can't help but think that now the Lions are thinking about drafting a wide receiver at 18. Or is it just what I said? Hey, slow your roll. He can find a receiver later in the draft. It's still not an option at 18. Depends on what you think. 248-539-9797. As far as the Jalen Carter stuff, because now the Lions have, you want to call it a character issue with Jameson Williams, I'm not going to stop you from doing that. But because there is that, do they now say, all right, we've already dealing with this with Jameson Williams, we're not going to deal with this again? Do they completely eliminate Jalen Carter from the draft board? And does that eliminate Jalen Carter from other people's draft boards, frankly? Maybe. But maybe he's already been eliminated. I'm sure he's been eliminated from other people's boards to begin with. 248-539-9797. Let's go to the phones. People are not happy about this, as you can understand. And let's talk. Don's in Howell. Don, welcome. 97.1 The Ticket. Hey, Don.
Hey, guys. What a gut punch, huh?
Yeah.
So I don't know how much this changes things, but I think, unfortunately for us, we're thinking wide receiver maybe a little sooner than we thought, because we don't know if we have a character issue on our hands and what we can expect after these 6 games are done. If someone comes to us and they wanted us to trade down, I mean, putting this stuff aside, which is tough to do, I think the Lions are looking to get down to 10 and take like Skoronski. But now, in light of this, I have to think that maybe my offense isn't going to be what I thought it was going to be now. And that really hurts, because it really, looking at my draft board now I have to change my approach, because I've lost a guy for a half a year, pretty close, and we don't know how he's going to perform for the rest of the season. So what a shame.
Yeah, it is. It's a real shame, Don, because Jameson Williams has a ton of talent. I mean, it's totally untapped here at the NFL level. We saw him play very sporadically at the end of the season. They were treating it with kid gloves, just trying to make sure that just get him through the first year coming off that injury, and we'll go strong next year. I'm not going to completely assassinate his character. It's too easy to do at this point, and there are not enough details to come out to have me do it. And I'm not going to amplify some of the other stuff with the tweets and stuff like that to justify any of this character assassination. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I'm not going to call him a terrible person. This may be a dumb mistake.
This is a dumb mistake
that he made, but as an overall character, as a person and player, no, I'm not going to destroy him completely. This is a dumb mistake that he should not have made. But yesterday when Brad Holmes spoke about Jameson Williams, because the question was brought up about Jameson, how his offseason's going, Holmes admitted they drafted him last year, not even expecting him or care about whether he played in 2022 or not. It was all about the 2023 season. Right. And guess what now? The 2023 season, he's not going to play a full year either, though. And that's the disturbing part. And the crappy part is, we talk about the Lions and the draft, obviously, a lot, and how whether they're in a win-now mode, right? They got to go for it now. What kind of players do you want drafted? Because do they help the team win now? Because they were 9-8 last year, just a hair away from the playoffs. This hurts the win-now mode. This definitely hurts the win-now mode.
Yeah, I mean, this
You still go for it, but without Jameson Williams for 6 games, who you lost DJ Chark, by the way, who was your deep threat. Now you lost the deep threat you're going to replace him with in Jameson Williams.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, so do they draft somebody purely for speed as a wide receiver? Do they go ahead and say at 18, we're taking a receiver? Quentin Johnston, Jordan Addison, Smith and Jigba. If any of those guys are there at 18, I suspect at least one, probably two are there. Do they trade back out of 6 into a position? Let's say they trade with Tennessee at 11. Now they're the 11th overall pick. Do they take Smith and Jigba at 11 because they want the top receiver in the draft? Or like I said earlier, everybody relax. Brad Holmes knows what he's doing when it comes to receivers. He'll find the right guy in the right mix. But this might change the roster in other ways. Like you said, maybe in the caller said, maybe this increases the odds of you taking an offensive lineman. Maybe you do take Bijan Robinson to bolster that. Hey, this year for the first 6 games, we're going to run the ball right down your throat, and you're not going to be able to stop us. And then Jim will come back. Will be all right.